Hello, my sound soulmates. It is me, SlightSounds, and today I have a very special video. Our Sound Soulmate family reached 1,000. We now have over 1,000 already, which is very exciting. And I am so grateful. I got a little emotional when I found out. I'm very happy to be sharing this journey with you on my channel, and I feel very lucky and joyful to be experiencing this channel and ASMR with you, and I'm glad that I could be helping you just as much as you all are helping me. So thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm excited to see where this channel goes. So, in honor of 1,000 subscribers, I thought I would do some reading. I feel like a lot of people like soft spoken reading. I think it's very soothing, and it reminds me of being a child and listening to bedtime stories or teachers reading to you. So I'm going to read page 1,000 out of a poetry anthology. There's a couple of poems, so I'll read probably a couple pages in, but I'm going to start on page 1,000 in honor of the 1,000 mark that we just hit. So, this is the anthology. It's the Norton Anthology of Poetry. This is like a Bible. It's so thin, like the pages are thin. Almost there. Okay. So this is the poetry, or the poet, I guess, that this section of the book is Gwendolyn Brooks. So I'm going to read a few of Gwendolyn Brooks' poems, and then I might continue depending on how I feel. But I hope you enjoy this soft spoken poetry, and just relax and hear some lovely poetry. Okay, so this is called Medgar Evers for Charles Evers. The man whose height his fear improved, he arranged to fear no further. The raw, intoxicated time was time for better birth or a final death. Old styles, old tempos, all the engagement of the day, the sedate, the regulated fray. The antique light, the moral rose, old gusts tight whistling from the past. The mothballs in the love at last our man forswore. Medgar Evers' annoyed confetti and assorted brands of businessmen's eyes. The shows came down to maxims and surprise and palsy. Roaring, no rapt, arise ye to the dead. He leaned across tomorrow. People said that he was holding clean globes in his hands. Okay, so that was the first poem. So the next poem is called Boy Breaking Glass. to Mark Crawford, from whom the commission. Whose broken window is a cry of art, success that winks aware, as elegance as a treasonable faith, is raw, is sonic, is old-eyed premiere. Our beautiful flaw and terrible ornament, our barbarous and metal little man. I shall create, if not a note, a whole, if not an overture, a desecration, full of pepper and light and salt and night and cargoes. Don't go down the plank if you see there's no extension. Each to his grief, each to his loneliness and fidgety revenge. Nobody knew where I was, and now I am no longer there. The only sanity is a cup of tea. The music is in minors. Each one another is having a different weather. It was you who threw away my name, and this is everything I have for me, who has not Congress, lobster, love, luau, the Regency Room, the Statue of Liberty runs, a sloppy amalgamation, a mistake, a cliff, a hymn, a snare, and an exceeding sun. Okay, so I have found another poem to read to you all. This one is by E. Cummings, and it is called Somewhere I Have Never Traveled, Gladly Beyond. Somewhere I have never traveled, gladly beyond any experience. Your eyes have their silence. In your most frail gesture are things which enclose me, or which I cannot touch because they are too near. Your slightest look easily will unclose me, though I have closed myself as fingers. You open, always petal by petal, myself as spring opens, touching skillfully, mysteriously her first rose. Or if you wish to be close to me, if you wish to be to close me, I and my life will shut very beautifully, suddenly, as when the heart of this flower imagines the snow carefully everywhere descending. Nothing which we are to perceive in this world equals the power of your intense fragility, whose texture compels me with the color of its countries, rendering death and forever with each breathing. I do not know what it is about you that closes and opens, only something in me understands. The voice of your eyes is deeper than all roses. Nobody, not even the rain, has such small hands. Okay. Yusef Komunyakaa. They latch the screen doors and pull Venetian blinds, telling us not to leave the yard, but we always got lost among mayhaw and crabapple. Juice spilled from our mouths, and soon we were drunk and brave, as birds diving through saw vines. Each nest held 3 or 4 speckled eggs, blue as rage. Where did we learn to be unkind? There, in the power of holding each egg, while watching dogs in June, dust and heat, or when we followed the hawk's slow, deliberate arc. In the yard we hear cries, fused with gospel on the radio, loud as shattered glass, in a Saturday night argument about trust and money. We were born between oh yeah and goddammit, I knew life. Began where I stood in the dark, looking into the light, and that sometimes I could see everything through nothing. The backyard trees breathed like a man running from himself. As my brothers backed away from the screen door, I knew. If I held my right hand above my eyes like a gambler's visor, I could see how their bedroom door halved, their dresser mirror like a moon held prisoner in the house. Okay. I hope you enjoyed this whispered, soft-spoken reading of poetry. Thank you so much again for all of my new subscribers and my old subscribers. There are many of you which I cherish dearly, and some of you which I have no idea who you are because you don't comment, and that's okay. I'm just glad that you're here,